All right, here with Sebastian Fundora. Beautiful Acapulco, right? What can you say?
Beautiful. It's very humid, but having a good time. You know, this is my second day here. We got here yesterday, and just enjoying myself.
Yeah, you know, talk about being humid. I should have worn some shorts instead of jeans. You
definitely,
know?
Definitely.
Hey, so Fundora, you're coming off a good victory against Ocampo. A very rugged fighter, tough fighter. You know, overall, I know they've talked to you about it, but what did you gain out of that fight with the experience fighting a fighter like Ocampo?
Just another 12 rounds. Yes, he's an experienced fighter. He's a strong fighter. He has something to prove, and I felt like we displayed our boxing as well as our banging. So the fans got to see something different.
You know, fans always want to see the excitement of fighters, want to see knockouts, but sometimes you need to go to distance to try yourself. Dig deep in your skills. Could you say that's what happened in this fight when you faced Ocampo?
Definitely. He definitely brought the best out of me. You know, but with all these elite fighters that we've been fighting, I expect that. You know, that's what we train for.
Charlo and Zoo is going to be fighting beginning of next year. Obviously, you're going to be very close watching that fight. You're the mandatory of the winner. You know, quick prediction on that fight. What do you expect of that fight for those both fighters?
I do have Charlo winning, but I see it as a competitive fight. You know, the two of the best in the division. Hopefully, I have next. Whoever wins.
If you were, to face Charlo, what is your skills, overpower Charlo? What if that fight potentially happens if he beats Zoo?
I'm just gonna do with what I do best. You know, whether it's fight on the inside or fight on the outside. You know, whatever the fight presents, I'll just do what Sebastian Fundora does best.
Now, we've seen that just recently in the boxing news. I'm sure you're very connected to the boxing news. We've seen that Caleb Plant, David Benavidez is going to happen at the beginning. Look at that smile. Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez is going to happen at the beginning of next year. Overall thoughts on that fight? It's obviously one of the biggest fights to kick off the year 2023.
Of course, I'm going to go for my bro Benavidez, but I think still a competitive fight. Caleb Plant's very strong, very talented fighter. I'm pulling for Benavidez. I think he's going to knock him out, but again, it's a competitive fight. It's a fight that fans want to see, and I'm very excited.
When you talk about knocking him out, in what style do you believe he can do it? Because David Benavidez is a good inside fighter. Caleb Plant, he's an outside fighter. He has very good skills. Doesn't stay in front of you per se. People would say he's running, but obviously he's boxing purely. So what do you think would be the moment that David Benavidez can knock out Caleb Plant?
I see David as like a pressure boxer, and they call him the Mexican monster for a reason. Well, he's gonna handle it. I think he's gonna do his thing. Do what he always does. Look at the last fight with Lemieux. He crushed him. So I see it kind of going like that. Maybe not that early, because again, Caleb Plant's a talented fighter, but I do see him winning.
When you compare both resumes, David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, obviously Caleb Plant has had 2 fights in the last year or so. Obviously, he lost to Canelo, knocked out Jarrell. David Benavidez beat Lemieux, who's, let's just be honest, his fans would say a little bit past his prime. If you compare both resumes, could you still say that Benavidez has a slight edge over Caleb Plant?
Of course. Well, it's now 3-time world champion, no? So, they have to fight him. I have all my faith in the super middleweight that Benavidez is that champion. So these people just have to fight him. That's what I think.
Last question, Fundora. You saw the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, that fight. It's off for now. Everybody's devastated, wanting to see that fight. But Errol Spence tweeted throughout his social media. He said, "I can't stay at 147 for so long. It's been over a decade. Making 147 is starting to be tough for me. I might go 154. Would you welcome a fight of Errol Spence? And if that fight does potentially happen, break that fight down for us."
Of course. I think that's a great fight. Of course, I want to become a champion before. It's my division, of course, 154. But let me become a champion first. Then I'll prove myself to I have to prove to myself first before I prove myself to everybody else. He's already a champion, a unified champion, so he really has nothing to prove. But let me prove myself to myself, and then we'll go from there.
A lot of options for you for the following years. A lot of good coming for your career. Thank you so much for speaking with Fight Hub TV. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Hub TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Hub TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.